Good morning, our lovely audience all across the world. Welcome to your Poetic Into the Dawn Weekend show. And like Mr. Annie said, I just want to celebrate with LeBron James also. It was a very tough encounter with the Memphis Grizzlies, talking about Ja Morant and his high-flying acrobatics. But you know, LeBron the King, the top scorer, has always come to the question, and he always comes to the occasion. Today, I'm going to be reciting a piece I title National Unity. The piece talks about, we coalescing ourselves as a people and coming together to form a nation. So national unity. If you're talking about national unity, you're talking about the stratagems for a better society. You're talking about the foremost placements of civil rights. You're talking about the core pillars of nation building. You're putting into consideration the diversity of a group of people into a national convergence and the activity for active communal interactions. And that this all hopes are not lost. There is still time to build our society into a fortress for the demonstration of equal rights without prejudice and impunity. If you're talking of national unity, you're protecting a people into a societal balance where all constraints of negativity are annulled, and where they become all relevant, where they see a radiant beacon for their socialism, where the rights are ensured through protecting jurisprudence of justice, where justice becomes an all-encompassing leitmotif of mnemonism. National unity is about amending broken ties. National unity is about the pacification of peace. Everyone is an essential proponent in the quest for national peace. Everyone must be tolerant of each other, knowing that we are all one in the call to nationalism. Religion should not divide us. Tribe should not divide us. Political parties should not divide us, be it for the nexus of social justice, be it a wise vice of intuition for sensitivity and sensitization of our nationality. And so national unity is not a probability, it is a necessity, and it's imperative to our growth and unity as a people for galvanized momentum of social coalition in every facet of our society, be it inclusivity of women in politics, be it inclusion of the youth in democratic participation of leadership roles in their country, be it care for the disabled and special needs citizens. It's all our collective task to move our nation forward. It's our task to take it upon ourselves to develop our nation. Now in Nigeria, we need good leaders. Whoever is a leader does not by himself call himself a leader. It is the fruits of those that follow him that should bear witness. We need these parameters so that what is fair to reason can be justified. There is more to Nigeria that can be done that is already done. For instance, look at their using illiteracy as a weapon to impede the younger generation. Look at their crippling our economy to crotchets. See the bandages and bruises on our democracy. See the scallop sutures of tribalism and ethnicism. And these stats are diurnally sinister, like how 1 in every 5 out-of-school children in the world is a Nigerian child. What more can a future generation suffer when illiteracy is only meant for zoological apostasy, themselves degenerate to a clause already in disruption? Because the cost of education was not subsidized. So what is subsidy? Is subsidy only a word for a combined function to mean petrol and PMS fraudulence? Is subsidy a word that can lead to a demise de Mesne? If we are divided, let us not come to a false conclusion that we are united. As a country, on what foundations have we built our sovereign nation? Have they annulled us in the sequels of our affairs? They capitalize greatly on the ignorance of the people, spreading falsehood and turning the people against themselves. And this is still by far an African pleurisy and negates elephantiasis, where our locomotion as a people are impeded. African leaders have problems dealing with power in moderation. They compel the people to live as slaves in a serf system where the profits are only for the bourgeois. And this causes a diseased system where we have no peace and servitude for togetherness as a nation. My lovely audience all across the world, I hope you have learned from what I was talking about, nation building, and how we can construct ourselves into a more divergent view and how to propel ourselves into a much better society. My lovely viewers and audience all across the world, I hope you've enjoyed listening to your Poetic Interlude. I just want to shout out to my lovely producer, Andy Madiki. I want to shout out to my lovely director on board, Missy Diat. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned, because we have more coming up for you on The Weekend Show.